Learning the curse. Learning the curse.
Welcome to the classroom, motherfuckers. This is Learning the Curse with Adam and Chuck.
And we're back.
Episode 666 million.
Of 2. I mean, no, it's backwards as fuck. This is episode 2.
Of 666 million. Yeah.
And some change.
And some change. No change, 666 million.
He's Chuck.
And he's Adam.
And this is Learning the Curse.
With Adam and Chuck.
And Chuck and Adam.
Yeah, and Adam and Chuck.
Chuck and Adam.
Those guys.
Those shit at people.
The fucking bearded...
Bearded peppers. Well, so we've established that the running gag will now be, we're going to retcon this shit, the bearded pepper is your penis on drugs when it's diseased.
Today's episode is brought to you by a cold beverage known as Coors Light.
Not willingly, just because we happen to have them.
Oh, they're not sponsoring this shit.
Yeah.
If they find out, they might sue us, but hey.
Oh, listen to that.
We're drinking beverages.
Oh, you can't hear it. Oh, it's in stereo. That's cool. Yes.
That was,
Coors Light.
I'm sure.
It's a cowboy drink.
Again, for those of you who love mouth sounds on an audio medium, that was delicious.
I love our fans, all 2 of them right now at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a
My
kiss.
wife likes us. Oh,
Just a nasty
my wife thinks we're very inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So today we're going to be talking about the Phoenix Lights, something that we alluded to last episode,
which happened last March 13th of 1997.
Yes, I was believe around 13 years old. Let me
17.
do the math. So maybe
You're 14.
14.
14, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're 83.
83.
Yeah. I was 17. I know that.
Yeah,
It was a
14.
good year.
I was 14.
It was like towards the end of good music.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, there's been some.
There's been some good stuff since.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
musicians. We haven't been musicians that long. And we have been musicians that long.
All of our own stuff. And I'm talking
Yeah.
about like music, popular music. I mean, that was like one of the last years I could listen to the radio.
Yeah. So the Phoenix Lights is our topic of discussion for most of this episode today.
And we're going to get into it.
So the Phoenix Lights were a mass UFO sighting, which we just discussed. It was in Phoenix, Arizona, where it was seen, in Sonora, Mexico, at some point on March 13th, 1997.
It was a Thursday.
It was a Thursday. I remember it well. Actually, I do have an anecdote about this particular situation. I was 14-year-old me on the phone with my friend, a good friend of mine, who we were just talking about, whatever, because, teenagers and their phones. And we had back in the way back, before cell phones were invented and widely distributed amongst the youth of America.
Called you on the landline.
We had landlines, and we had these really futuristic, awesome landlines that were cordless phones. Oh my God, cordless phones!
You could go outside your
You could go
house.
outside. So I had in my back patio area was like chain link fence around because we had a dog. So what I would do is I would take the antenna of the cordless phone and like hold it up against the chain link fence because it acted as an antenna and provided me with better reception. Because my 14-year-old self was slightly genius. And so I'm talking to my friend, and
blossoming genius.
and all of a sudden, I how do I describe it? Because it was kind of silent, but the normal sounds of the city were kind of gone. It was like in a vacuum chamber where like all sound was kind of gone for
Everybody
for a
parked their
bit.
car and looked.
Well, what's not even that, because so I hear this silence, if that makes sense to you, and I look up, and I'm like, Jeremy, I'm gonna have to let you go, because I'm completely immersed in what's going on above me right now and cannot continue this conversation. So I just abruptly got off the phone and was just staring up, because right above me was this V-shaped thing It had a bunch of lights on it, and like so I have like there was this tree in my backyard, and I'm looking up, and I could see above the tree this V-shaped thing and these lights, and it was just there, like not moving at all, like just there for a few seconds, and then it was inexplicably gone. Once it was gone, I could hear the traffic of the area. I could hear, because I lived on a busy street. Although, the cars going by and the traffic and everything. But, like, this was literally right above my house in Maryville. Like, right there. Just looking up, there's this thing that you wouldn't expect to have been there. And it's there. And so that's my experience of the Phoenix Lights. At that point of time in my life, I didn't know that the Phoenix Lights was a thing, right? Like, I didn't pay attention to the news because...
I mean, we all knew about UFOs, but I mean...
Yeah, but the whole Phoenix Lights phenomenon thing was not on my radar until years later. Like, years and years later. And this is a cool thing, too, because there's another person who saw this particular situation, and years
separate
later...
from you.
Separate from me, completely separate from me. I mean, like... more than 666 degrees of separation.
Wow.
Like, I've never met this individual in my life. I've seen him in many movies, but I have not met him. But somebody else saw this thing and reported it.
And this may give it a little credibility.
And then, like, years later, again, like, didn't think anything of it for years until it was a thing. And I'm like, I was there. I saw that. I saw this thing happen. And it wasn't, I don't think it was until after I was married. Like, I met my wife and we were talking about UFOs and stuff, and she's like, "You remember the Phoenix Lights?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then she showed me these things, and I'm like, "Holy fuck, I saw that."
Yeah.
Like,
back
that
then.
was way back then. I was a witness to that, like, directly. So that was really cool.
Along with
experience.
thousands of other people, apparently.
Right. And now to say that it was aliens, no, I'm not going to do that, because again,
We don't know.
I have no idea what it was. I will be honest with you, it certainly wasn't flares.
Yes. Which is funny you should say that.
That's just, in my opinion, ridiculous. Like, there's no way that it was flares. So
my take on it was almost completely opposite. Because at that time, that was on the heels of, that was right before we met.
Yeah, that was right before we met.
So I had the opposite end. I ended up hearing from...
Excuse me.
It's that cowboy
Wrong
beer.
tube.
Coors Light will get you in the wrong tube.
Well, and that happens if you inhale while you're trying to take a sip.
Chuck is still alive, I assure you.
Oh, yeah.
So I had almost a completely opposite different story. I mean, I had almost a completely opposite scenario than Chuck did, because I didn't see it initially the night of March 13th, but everybody was telling me, "Oh shit, you gotta, dude, there's lights in the sky, blah, blah, blah." The people were calling me, telling me about it.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, "Oh shit," at that time I really believed in this shit hardcore. I had a fucking hard-on for aliens.
I honestly,
not literally aliens, but UFO
even
topic.
at that time, because there had been other little UFOs and stuff that I had seen. This is just like, I actually saw this fucking one.
Yeah.
Right fucking there.
So you saw 1V in your life, and years later, I saw 1V as well.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to get to that. So I didn't see
was that the night you lost your virginity?
Yes, a V. No, it was hers, and she was a V. No, but
little Adam's growing up.
Oh, memories for the spank bank.
Oh. Yeah, by V, we mean vagina.
Yes, vaginus.
The vaginas.
Vaginus?
Don't you get those in prison?
No, a vaginus is a secondary vagina.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
It's like that the Garfunkel and Oates song, Loophole.
I think vaginus came from, I never watched the show, but I think Fox Mulder, David Duchovny, his other show, he said something like that. That's what Brian was telling me anyway. Californication, yeah. So that's kind of funny. It's relevant.
Yeah. Or Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah. There you go.
That far back. We're old, people. We're old.
I was born in 1980.
Yeah, I was born in 1983.
So there you go.
Yeah.
But so I heard from other people. People were telling me about this. Then it ended up being all over the news. This is why I think it's funny that Chuck didn't hear about it. But it was all over the fucking news. And Fife Symington was getting involved.
I didn't watch the news much back then. I was more into skateboarding and smoking pot.
There you go. Well, me too.
Yeah. I went literally, like, honestly, when I was 13, 14 years old. It wasn't until I was about 15 or 16 years old when I actually started paying attention to the news and stuff. But when I was that age, I looked at the news as that's something that my parents did, and it was boring as fuck.
Hey, and guess what? Most of it wasn't true anyways.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, at least not like Fox News.
Right, yeah. No.
Skewed news. Fair.
Skewed news.
Unfair and highly unbalanced.
Fake news.
But so I didn't see it initially, but then later on, I forget when, and I can look this up and mention this on our Facebook page later. But
You better. I'm going to hold you to it.
Hold me accountable.
Will do.
All of them. Wait.
What?
So I think Luke Air Force Base initially said they had nothing to do with it. They had no idea.
Right, they did.
Right?
I've read some articles
Yeah.
and shit after the fact, looking into it. But yeah.
But then retcon that shit and said, oh, it was flares. Oh, yeah. Wait, it was us.
They said that they were doing some military, what is it? What was it
Artillery
called?
shit back there behind Estrella Mountains.
Some military operation called Operation Snowbird.
There you go.
Is what it was called.
And it was behind Estrella Mountain.
It was a training operation.
They actually
that
they legitimately have a range back there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, where I live is like literally like 3 miles from Litchfield Air Force Base and 3 miles from the edge of the Estrella Mountains.
Now, yeah.
So where I live now. Not back then.
In Maryville, we weren't too far from all that either.
No.
I mean, you could see things happening around Estrella Mountain and South Mountain.
Right.
So, but anyway, so shortly after, they said, oh yeah, no, it was us. We were doing training exercises and it was flares. So
yeah, the flares
said,
thing's just so much bullshit.
Well, they said they were going to reproduce it.
And they didn't.
They tried reproducing it.
No, they
but
tried. But
what they did looked nothing like the footage.
That's why I'm saying they didn't.
Nothing like the footage at all.
They attempted to cover it up or say something else about it, but like their explanation for, I mean, it would have been better for them just to say that they were testing new planes.
Exactly.
And the lights that we saw were so uniform because of that training operation that they were going through to see if they could all be coordinated.
Like, we finally made the V.
You cannot
at Area
shoot
51.
off flares and have them coordinated to the fact or to the extent that those lights were coordinated.
Exactly.
It's just, and that's, I mean, again, as a skeptic, I'm applying that skepticism to this particular situation because that's a bullshit answer.
Definitely.
You can't look, I mean, looking at there's video footage of both flares that they say that it could have been, and video footage of what happened on March 13th, 1997 during the Phoenix Lights event.
And this is just our opinion, but it looks nothing alike from what they tried to do as a reproduction.
Right. I mean, that's a very strong opinion. I think, honestly, if you were to compare them, and listeners, please do yourselves a favor and compare them. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and you know anything about the Phoenix Lights, I'm sure you've already compared the footage of, the flares and the lights. It's like it's just diametrically opposed things. It's
the TR-3 Black Manta. It was a hypothetical. It was a ship that they supposedly created at Area 51.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to mention earlier. But the government claims they never made it. But it would have made more sense, like to add to what you're saying earlier, to say it was the Black Manta.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
then this flares, and it doesn't look like the flares.
Flares story that, honestly, when you a goddamn mentally disabled monkey can tell that they're different. Why do you think that the public is that dumb?
Exactly.
Like,
no, but two things on this though. Well, three things. One, there's the famous footage that they always show,
right,
where it's pretty much staying still and the lights are blinking out and disappearing. Then there's tons of eyewitness testimony of the ship flying, which is what you saw.
Yeah.
And they go into it.
I saw that fucker hover for a bit,
and then move,
and then it was gone.
Right?
No, I didn't see it move. It was so fucking fast that it was just gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it just like jetted ahead to the next thing.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes along with what they're saying on Wikipedia here and also a lot of other sites about the travel of this thing. It was booking. from up north.
Yeah, it was like, from what I read, it was like if for it to have gone from, what was it, where at in northern Arizona, Prescott?
I believe it started in Prescott.
And then to show up where it was in Phoenix.
Or it started near the Nevada line. That's what Wikipedia is saying.
And well, from the reports in Arizona showing up, the first reports was like 8:15 on March 13th.
Yes.
And that was, I think, in Prescott. And then the earliest reports of it showing up in Phoenix.
Shortly after.
If it being the same, lights, that thing would have been traveling over 400 miles an hour.
Which is easy if you compare it to other UFO footage, and the most credible being now the Pentagon, the footage that they released.
Which, discussing that, I mean, we can get back to some Phoenix Lights stuff here in a minute.
Yeah.
But let's go into some of this Pentagon disclosure stuff. If you have any information that you want to add there, drop down some knowledge.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's drop in a little nugget here. So there is a video.
Yes.
Of
I mean, okay, for one,
pilot,
there are plenty of videos out there of UFOs doing impossible things by our standards.
I mean, the Foo Fighters got their name from the Foo Fighters in World War II.
So, I mean...
A good band, by the way.
But now, exactly. I love that band. I love Nirvana. But to add to that, it's a good thing you brought that up. Because the maneuvers in a lot of these videos, and there's tons of videos out there. Now, they may be Photoshopped, they may be fake, there may be other explanations. But the consensus is that these UFOs, whether alien or not, are doing things that, so far as we know, the government and all the other governments in the world don't have the technology to do. The G-forces alone would just humans can't take that.
Right. I mean,
humans can't handle that.
Speaking of G-force, like what we can stand. Have you heard of the assisted suicide roller coaster?
No.
The death roller
coaster. So this thing kills you.
Yeah. So
you can go out with a bang. Yeah.
I mean, it's hypothetical. It's a theoretical design. And it was created by, I can't remember his German name.
That's funny.
Or Sweden, I don't know. Some foreigner.
Don't blame the Germans.
Some foreign bastard.
They just fire up
came up with this idea of this roller coaster, right? So it goes, I think the tallest roller coaster is it's 158 meters high. And this one is proposed to go 500 meters high, right? At the very peak of its ascent. And then it goes, and then it's right at the end of its descent, it goes into these concentric circles, right?
Wow.
So that it maintains 10 Gs.
Oh, shit.
A force of 10 Gs all the way through these concentric circles. So by the time you get to the end, that much G-force on your body will kill you.
Why can't that just be the death penalty?
Right. Well, the roller coaster is designed for like a euthanasia type situation. Wow. So that people can go out having fun and in a euphoric state. Literally.
I hate roller coasters, so that would definitely not be my way of going out.
I love roller coasters. So
I told my wife, I have this idea of when we're not too old, we have a well-lived life. We're just riding down along the countryside in a car. Everything's peaceful. We're together. So one doesn't have to mourn for the other. And then
all of a sudden, she pulls out a shotgun and you pull out a pistol.
No.
You hit a bump and like Pulp Fiction style, you shoot each other's brains out.
No.
But
that's kind of good too. But just a car, just a semi,
just gone. What if you don't die from that?
Huh?
What if you don't die from
that? I can't die. It's like the song "One" by Metallica.
Yeah. Or what if you're driving along and all of a sudden, like the ground opens up and swallows you into hell?
Wow, that just brings a whole other. I'm not prepared for that because I don't believe in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have 100% proof that there is no hell, but I'm leaning pretty hardcore.
At that point, if the ground opens up and there's hell down there, you'd have a belief in it.
Yes.
Yeah, same here. I'm
going into the lava space.
The magma. It's not lava until it reaches Earth's surface.
But if the Earth opens up and air hits it and it's kind of there, it would already be lava.
Would that be?
Yeah.
Listeners, let us know. Tweet at us. Is that
just like our blue blood reaching the air?
Is it still magma or is it still lava? Or at that point, would it be lava? The inquiring minds need to know.
Chuck it at them.
Yeah, we're inquiring.
Yeah.
We have minds. Fuck off.
And we're going to acquire this knowledge from you.
Exactly. We're going to acquire the knowledge from you, the listeners, who are much more versed in these geological issues than we are.
So learn us a lesson. And then we'll learn you some curses.
I don't know much about geography.
I know a lot about sex. Fucking in the butt.
Fucking in the butt.
It's been a hot minute since we cursed.
Yeah, right. We had to break. We had to teach you a new curse. Fucking in the butt. Like,
I think most people know that.
You know that one? Remember that one time years ago when we were recording an album and we were sitting outside just coming up with different words or different euphemisms for ass fucking?
Yes.
Like duper and the pooper and all sorts of like stupid sayings. Oh, how many hours did we spend just
doer in the manure?
Yeah. Oh my god. And then at one point,
checking the oil.
I think at one point I just randomly said, "Fucking her in the ass." Like everybody else is coming up with these quote unquote clever rhymes about anal sex, and I'm just like very straightforward with it.
What if you're fucking her in the ass? It means something else altogether.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that for something else.
Yeah. What that means is that I'm robbing her donkey.
Raw dogging on
her ass got fucked.
Raw dogging on the gopher hole.
Oh my god. I think that's the name of our next album.
Raw dogging.
Raw dogging on the gopher hole.
Or ellipses. Ellipses.
What about my lips?
I don't know. I can't say it right now because I'm sick.
My ass lips?
I gotta get over being sick because I kind of sound like Alex Jones right now. And I don't like that guy.
No, you're not angry enough.
But he drinks, doesn't he? He doesn't drink.
I don't know what he does. I don't watch Alex Jones.
He seems like a righty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about hand usage. I'm talking about the stroking hand. I'm talking about.
See, I'm right-handed, but I masturbate with my left.
I'm left-handed.
I think that's because I hold my material with my right.
If you're not holding your material, then you're like mentally masturbating yourself.
Yeah. that just takes longer. It's harder to maintain an erection when you're using your imagination.
When the powers of my mind, I shall. Oh man, mind over matter. I don't mind if it doesn't matter.
Right. I've been married for nearly 2 decades, so
you jerk off in the shower a lot.
I have to masturbate sometimes because.
Not tonight. All right.
Fine. Fine. I'll find relief elsewhere.
Don't roll over. You'll get it on your back.
No. I've gotten it on my back before.
Oh shit. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah. Oh, the joys of being a contortionist.
Oh shit.
I'm not a contortionist.
No.
I could barely reach my toes.
The secondhand joys of watching the contortionist.
The day I can reach my toes will be the days that my feet are severed.
And that your mouth is full.
Oh my god.
Okay, so second.
What were we talking about?
Phoenix Lights.
Phoenix Lights.
So
Phoenix Heavy.
So basically, I heard about it from other people.
Yeah.
I did not see the initial
the Alex
event.
Jones thing?
No,
we're done with
lights.
that?
Yeah,
we're done with that.
Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
God, yeah, just get rid of that guy. I mean, I'm telling God, a fictitious God, to get rid of him. Yeah. I'm telling Alex Jones's God to get rid of him.
Yes.
Okay, so I did not see the event myself. I heard about it from other people next day. Heard about it on the news.
Secondhand news.
But I'm like, fuck, all these people know about this shit. And I fucking, you know, the first thing I thought.
Secondhand news.
Secondhand news. Let's do it.
I don't know.
No? Okay. The moment is past.
It's past. It's done.
Yeah.
We're done.
I was going to harmonize. I was going to do harmonizings. But, so I heard about it from a lot of people, and it ended up being all over the fucking news. Fife Symington made a big old fucking thing about it. Like,
his name is
fake.
Fife.
And we'll talk about that more later, but he acted like he didn't believe in it. And later on, apparently, he did believe in it.
You know that Fife Symington's sister's name is Flute?
Flute?
Yeah, it's Flute and Fife. I'm just kidding. I just made that up.
Okay. Was she a flautist?
Yeah.
Flautist.
Yeah. His younger brother's name is Recorder.
He's a flounder.
I'm just making up like names that are based off of like reed instruments or woodwind.
Saxophone.
Is a flute and a
Everybody likes a little sax.
Yeah. Sax on the beach.
Sax on the beach. So, I mean, he had this whole spiel where he had a fucking person dressed up. We caught the perpetrator.
Yeah.
And this guy comes out in an alien costume.
The guy dressed as
fucking ridiculous. So, anyways, I didn't see
He apologized for that later.
Yeah, he did, because he ended up believing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't see the initial event. A lot of other people I know did. I heard it all over the news. It was what, like, I mean, we'll probably come across that here in a little bit, but there was like thousands of people, if not 100,000 people, saw this shit.
Yeah.
Saw this thing happen.
One of the largest
sightings. Mass sightings.
Yeah.
And this not just the footage that they keep showing of the V descending, you know.
People reporting it.
Seeing it flying around and all this shit.
Yeah.
So years and years later, well, I say it like it's years and years later. So this happened in 97. In the early 2000s, after seeing plenty of other fucking UFOs, which I'll talk about in other episodes, I myself saw a V.
Ooh.
A 5.
Oh, that's that time you lost your virginity.
Yes, exactly. Earlier. It was all lit up in the sky.
Yeah.
So it was a V traveling north. And I was like, and I'm so used to seeing...
northbound V on a southbound road.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a
Ran
dirty...
into your cock.
By Danielle Steele. Oh, man. V is for... don't you want to know?
Vaginosis. That's not a good thing.
No. Vegan veg.
Oh, God.
So... venereal.
I like a meaty veg. So
a meaty.
A meaty.
Yes, the meat. Bring on the meat curtains.
What was it? Yeah,
let the drapes fall.
The coon flaps.
Does the carpet match the fucking? Does the carpet? Does the curtain match the carpet?
Do the drapes match the bearded pepper?
The bearded pepper. That said, it's bad decor and a diseased penis.
Oh.
So I saw my own V. It was 5 lights. It wasn't like the traditional V that's like the 3 lights.
It wasn't the V from Vendetta.
No, not V from Vendetta.
That was years later.
No, none of those. What do they call those guys? The hacker group, Anonymous. Yeah, They wear those masks, don't they? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
they do.
They wear those masks.
The Guy Fawkes.
We'll do an episode. We'll do an episode about them sometime.
Anonymous or Guy Fawkes?
Both.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Let's blow up Parliament.
Somehow, like, tie it in.
Guy Fawkes was a patsy.
I thought the bald girl was. I don't know. I have to go back and watch this shit again. I watched it once when it came out.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was alright. Decent.
Cool. Yeah. So I saw a V. It was flying northbound.
All right.
It was. I was so used to seeing satellites my entire life.
Satellite in my eyes.
Hey,
like a diamond.
not my fault you didn't close them.
What's his name?
Dave Matthews?
Yeah, Dave Matthews. That's his name.
Yeah. He's legitimately an African.
Yes, he is.
In South Africa.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I don't know what that matters.
You know, it's Josh Blue as well.
Blue as well?
Josh Blue?
He blew as well?
No, do you know who that is?
No.
He's a
I got hung up on the fact that he blew as well.
Oh, no. Josh Blue, he's a comedian who's born in South Africa.
Oh, yeah?
And he's white.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
They do exist.
He has an afro.
Oh, there you go. Like Don Henley style or Bob Ross?
Don Henley didn't have an afro.
For a while he did.
Did he?
Yeah. Nice little Jufro.
My dad had a mullet and the hair in the back, the party in the back was perm.
Oh, shit. Dude, he was styling.
Ridiculous. Really fucking ridiculous. He had that for years.
Styling. Oh, you remembered it, huh?
Years past when he shouldn't.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm hanging on to this. That's like me and the goatee. I'm hanging on to the goatee until they're popular again.
Right.
I mean, this is very 90s.
You know what you should do is you should just shave everything but your sideburns.
Yes.
Like even your head.
I can keep the
Shave
sideburns.
everything and just only have sideburns.
And then like a little patch on my cheek.
Yeah.
Like a teardrop.
Oh man. I wish I could grow facial hair, but I got the
You
hair
have facial hair.
I got the hair follicles of my mother. I love you, Mom.
Like she put them on your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she surgically inserted them into me.
There you go. I mean, it's not...
I thought I was being abducted by aliens, but
worst, I was going to say, worst things can happen. You can be abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
Who are going to put follicles, right? I don't know why they sound like that. Well, actually, I guess they would sound like your own voice. Because, I mean, I hear how in alien abductions that the Greys and other beings, supposedly you're talking telepathically in your head. So what do they sound like then? Do they sound like your own voice talking to you?
I don't know.
That's a good question. We'll have to have somebody that's been abducted that remembers it tell us.
Let's try this.
We'll get that Travis Walton.
Everybody, wait a second. I'm going to try and telepathically talk to Adam, and he's going to tell me if it sounds like his voice or my voice.
I don't want you to touch me there.
Oh, fuck.
Not tonight.
I was going to massage your prostate.
Oh, man. Buddy check.
With my Gene Simmons tongue.
My wife was willing to buddy check one night because I was like, I my butt is bleeding. I think it's hemorrhoids, but it might be something else.
Oh my God. Have you seen
There's a bump.
what is the rejected cartoons?
No.
Oh my God. And there's that little cloud thing and he's like, my anus is bleeding.
Oh no.
My anus is bleeding.
You might have
my
the
God.
roids.
Yeah.
Get prepared with Preparation H. See, we could do commercials.
We should.
I think they need to pay us.
We could drop a sponsorship in right here.
We'll do the placeholder.
Yeah, let's do a
That
placeholder.
was your idea.
Yeah, let's do a placeholder.
I mean, we literally.
Well,
could do
fuck, I can't think of a product off the top of my head.
Yeah. So basically, if you like our show, I'm getting the close up, bassy announcer voice,
And I'm getting close too because I want you to come.
Put the headphones near your butt. Oh my God.
Adam, do we need to have a discussion again about how sex works?
You can't impregnate her by talking in her butt.
Yeah, it's not. Take the condom off of your nose. That's not what happened.
That's what the aliens told me.
Adam, God damn it, I'm at my breaking point again!
And we're back.
Okay, Adam, I'm so sorry about that. I needed to take time out and have a little thinking stick and,
This is going to be an ongoing thing, isn't it?
I think so. I mean,
My breaking point.
I'm addicted to smokerettes.
I think I might have a breaking point where like I break one off in the toilet.
Gross.
It's like a shit break.
Shit break.
Take a big shit.
So, listeners, if you ever hear Adam reach his breaking point, we
taking a
will
shit.
all know he is taking a shit.
Dropping the deuce.
Yeah.
Dropping the chocolate fucking Twinkie. I had to put fucking in there because we're not cussing enough.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, tweet at us at Learning to Curse. Let us know any swear words that we should learn, that we could use.
Yeah.
You know, give us some ideas, because you're not the only ones learning here, guys. We're learning too. We're learning to curse. We're all learning to curse. If you have any, swear words that or phrases, things like that you say that are just fucking hilarious, that are just off the wall, or if you are capable of touching somebody on the cheek and saying thinner, and then like months later they wither away to nothing. If you know those kind of curses too, that's great.
Just don't put them on us.
Yeah, don't curse us. Curse at us if you'd like. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Watch your
I
mouth,
don't give
boys.
a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I like that. That's the next song. We're gonna make a whole album of these eventually. The Learning the Curse remixes.
I think that's already a song.
The Learning the Curse remixes.
Oh yeah.
And we'll learn you some curses too.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, the music that
cunt
you're hearing
mustard.
right now, this music that you're hearing, this beautiful, wonderful music that you are listening to underneath our soothing voices, our magnificent tones,
Is old.
It's produced by none other than Adam and Chuck.
10 years ago.
Not that old. Some of this stuff is like 3 years old.
10 years old.
No, it's not that old. Some of it's brand new.
I don't know which one is underneath us right now. It may be me, maybe you, maybe us.
The magic of editing. All right, so let's get back into it. We're gonna finish up this episode about the Phoenix Lights.
We were gonna lie to you.
Adam, you were talking about the vagina that was going north.
Yes. So, and that was it. And you'll find over the course of the show, a lot of my experiences are just that. Like, I look up. I'm so used to seeing satellites
Right.
since I was a little kid. Me and one of my neighbors, we would see them all the time.
I'm not singing the Dave Matthews song again.
No.
No.
So
We'll get sued.
Yeah. Or the Collective Soul song satellite. So, I mean, we'd be swimming in my pool, my neighbor and I as kids, and we would look up at the stars all the time. And we would see, shooting star, what they call shooting stars, and satellites all the time. So I'm used to seeing shit like that.
I'm going to interrupt you real quick. One thing I'm going to say right now, Adam, is that the beer that we're drinking today is got a lot more of an alcohol content than the beer that we were drinking last time.
Oh yeah, it's got a mountain on it.
I'm trying to see like the
Coors Light.
alcohol percentage.
Percentile.
It's not much. It's a Coors Light, but it's a lot more than
light.
the pineapple one that we had last time. But anyway, you were saying. Sorry.
It's got a mountain on it. It
does.
it's a pyramid.
Ooh.
The Illuminati.
And if you look right there in the center, there's an eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the O for Coors.
There's no I in Coors, just the light. Ooh, it's light.
I was talking about the eye and light. Damn it.
And that. That sounds like a band name. And that. like a Christian band.
The Iron Light.
The Iron Light, the ironclad Iron Light.
Yeah. They're opening for Jars of Clay.
Oh man. They're opening for Benny Hinn. He's gonna come out with his magic coat and start laying people down.
Come on my face.
The power of Jesus compels you.
I haven't had a bukkake for days.
I don't know if that's happening at his thing. Maybe after he lays them down, it's like, you will not remember this. Magic coat.
Okay. So you were talking about the flying vagina.
The flying vagina. So, and you'll find about a lot of my stories about UFOs, it's just very short. I see them, and they're gone. So, they look like, at the time, it looked like a satellite.
They look like little dudes.
Little dudes flying in the sky. I'm like rolling my eyes back like a fucking old Indian man.
You're rolling your eyes back in the back of your head like you just smoked some opium.
Smoking the slab. I can joke like that because I'm part Arabic and they're like neighbors to those people.
Yeah. What do you mean by those people?
Those people. Hey, that's terrible. That sounds racist.
You son of bitch.
You mother bitches. So it looked like about the size of a satellite to me, but it was 5 of them in formation.
Oh yes,
and I say 5 because it may have possibly been one structure.
Might have been 6.
It may have been 5. But I hear the rumblings, and it's not paranormal. It's just Chuck moving the mic stand.
Yeah, we're very professional here, guys.
Yes, debunked. Yep, not ghost.
Yeah,
not ghosty ghost.
that was me slapping my dick against the mic.
Yeah, mine fell out of my pants and hit the mic stand.
Fucking bearded pepper.
The bearded pepper has made his appearance.
Oh god,
his poor wife. He's got a bearded pepper.
Oh my god, there's a BB in the urethra.
Oh man.
Oh no, I'm gonna go blind.
His pants fell down.
Oh, your trouser snake is out.
And a fucking Anna pepper rolled out.
We keep going off on these
Holy
tangents.
poblano.
We're never gonna get through the end of this episode.
Holy poblano.
So your flying vagina.
Flying vagina in the sky, about the size of satellites from my perspective. And it was 5 of them, or it was one of them with 5 lights, and that's it. It just went north and got out of view. Done.
It's like that movie Space Boobs from Outer Space.
Pretty much. What if that was a whole movie? Like, a man goes out in his backyard casually. He's compelled to look up at the sky. And I sound like I'm pitching this movie. The whole movie could be the trailer.
Yeah. In a world where other worlds look like smaller worlds, like flying vaginas. I suck at that.
Man. Downsizing part 2.
Oh god. I want to see that movie.
I do. I want to see it too.
Anywho.
I probably would have seen it already. I don't know, but I just didn't get around to it.
Yeah, I got 4 children. I don't see a lot of movies.
So we both downsized. We can't afford to go
Yeah.
to them all the time. All my money's going to Marvel, dude. This is like, they're just fucking...
I downsize when I get in a cold shower.
I downsize after being hard.
Oh. I made a penis joke.
Penile.
You're penile.
Penile County. That's near us, Maricopa County. Anyways, so let's get
I love, you know what I love? And just to interrupt real quick, driving on the I-10 going west towards when the sign that says towards Los Angeles, you'll see a sign. It's a fantastic sign. It's a sign that says, "Surprise! Prison."
This is true. The town of Surprise has a prison.
There's a prison, and it's fantastic. Anyway.
Coincidentally, you can see a lot of UFOs in that area of town.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Where we used to live in Maryville, all the way out west. After that is UFO Central.
Out west.
Where the UFOs fly. Not too bad for being sick, I guess.
No.
So the second paragraph on the wiki, we'll go back to the wiki gods.
Wiki.
There were allegedly 2 distinct events involved in the incident. They call it the incident. Kind of like the Netflix Marvel shows, referring to the Avengers.
See, the one thing that I refer to as the incident, my uncle doesn't like me talking about.
Yeah, he probably paid you not to.
He did.
Big fat stacks of pennies.
Those weren't pennies.
It was something brown.
Oh, good.
A triangular formation of light seen to pass over the state. It totally sounds weird saying that after like stopping. So I'm not going to start over though. And a series of stationary lights.
It's like you're dictating a wire in like 1930s.
Did
Over the state. Stop.
Wait for them to get that.
Stop.
Hammer time. And a series of stationary lights. See, it may have been stationary what I saw too. But
Yeah. Well, like I said, what I saw was stationary.
yes.
Remember?
Paper?
The tale that I told earlier?
Yes. Stationary lights. Or stationary pepper.
Or
Paper.
Or just
Pepper.
stationary.
Goddamn peppers.
It's just stationary. It's like somebody's like office supplies.
Yes.
Way up in the fucking sky.
I thought a stationary pepper. I keep saying pepper.
You do keep saying pepper.
There's a stationary paper
You got
too, right?
you got bearded pepper on your mind.
Yes, I got a pepper on my chin.
Nasty.
I mean, see, I keep saying pepper. I think it's an alien thing, dude. I'm blaming it on
being
aliens.
abducted.
Yes, I keep saying pepper. I mean a beard. I have a beard on my chin.
Oh God.
It's not. I promise you, it's not the cores.
It's too late.
It's because it's late in the night, and we work hard for the money. We didn't make no money from this.
She works hard for the money.
I tell my wife that all the time.
Yeah.
I work hard. When she wants me to do something after work, I'm like, I'm tired. I work hard for the money. And then I wait a moment, and I'm all so hard for the money. So, not entirely unlike some of the shit you probably say too, because we love songs.
Yes.
We like good songs, anyways. So, a triangular formation of lights seen to pass over the state, and a series of stationary lights seen in the Phoenix area. The United States Air Force later identified. Later. At first, it's like,
Nothing happened. Your dog is sitting on my foot.
Yeah, he likes to poop on feet.
Hi. He likes to what now?
Poop on feet.
You better not.
I'm gonna give you a bearded pepper.
I'll tell your mom.
Oh, he's just a good boy. Come here, let mama feed you.
Your dog shits on my foot. You're gonna have a dog covered in dog shit.
Karate kick and fling it back on his
Yeah,
face.
it's just like flap. Anyway.
The United States Air Force later identified a second group of lights as flares dropped by A-10 Warthog aircraft that were on training. I was thinking about that sound you
When
just made.
I was a young warthog.
Aircraft that were on training exercises at the Barry Goldwater range. The Barry Goldwater Range in southwest Arizona. Should I go to the next paragraph?
Sure.
Yes. Witnesses claim to have observed a huge V-shape.
Vagina.
Consensus is it is a vagina.
Yeah.
several football field size.
It's an alien android vagina.
There you go. It's full of droids.
We've solved it, guys.
full of
Ladies and
droids.
gentlemen of the jury, we have
The big V vagina.
Yes.
And all the occupants are crabs on the board.
Yeah. I mean, you can't discredit the wiki.
Can't knock the crabs.
No.
So I like how Wikipedia says, well, witnesses claim to have observed a huge V-shaped, several football field size, coherently moving dark UFO. Stars would
Yeah, that's
disappear
the thing.
behind the object and
Because
reappear as it passed by.
When I saw
heard that too.
when I saw the V shape above my house, like it was backlit. Like
Yeah.
there was moonlight, there was other light, and I could
So
see.
you saw structure.
I saw the outline of
Nice.
this black V-shaped structure. Yeah, it wasn't just the lights.
It was not the
I'm
lights.
going-
And if you don't believe, just look back. You can look back at moon cycles and see how luminous the sky was from the moon at that night. Producing no sound and containing 5 spherical light. 5. Fuck! I didn't know that because remember. Okay, the
Adam's
footage.
mind just got blown.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my God, Adam's mind just got blown like a dick in a glory hole.
I don't know how well that will be because you don't know what mouth is chewing on the other end. So I thought I knew a lot about the Phoenix Lights, but I didn't know about the 5 lights. So, anyways, producing those sound. Okay, the 5 lights. Okay, yeah, the 5 spherical lights, or possibly light-emitting engines. Hold on. I don't like how I read that. Anyways, reappear as it passed by. Okay, where did I leave off? Anyways, I'm gonna back up. Witnesses claim to have observed a huge V-shaped, several football field sized, coherently moving dark UFO. Stars would disappear behind the object and reappear as it passed by. It keeps doing these little parentheses.
Yeah.
Producing no sound and containing 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, spherical lights.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
I have a 5th. I plead the 5th.
Yeah.
Spherical lights or possibly light-emitting engines. Fife Symington, as we talked about earlier, the governor at the Fifel.
I seen Fife Symington talk about the 5 lights.
Fife goes west. The governor at the time was one witness. Yeah, one of many. One witness to this incident. As governor, he ridiculed the idea of alien origin, like we said earlier. But several years later, he called the lights he saw otherworldly after admitting he saw a similar UFO.
Right.
See, so I feel like there was two things. I feel like there was two things that happened.
Stop being so goddamn violent,
I am.
Adam.
I'm beating the mic stand. I'm beating it. I'm following in the footsteps of my dog.
Stop smacking things with your dick. Anyway.
You're going to get a bearded pepper that way.
Oh, no.
Okay,
you don't know where that mic's been.
I know. Some of these bunghole. So two things about it. I feel like there may have possibly been two events. And I say this because I feel like there was a legitimate ship that was flying around.
Yep.
And then there was the lights that were in that popular video where they're just kind of stationary, but then they would turn on and off, it seemed like, or they would just twinkle and boom, be gone.
But the thing about that too is, isn't it possible that those lights, because it does continue to go on past the Estrella Mountains,
that it could still be a ship or ships?
Well, that it's moving slower at that point, and when you see the lights turn off, it's because of the shape of the mountains.
Yes.
It's going behind that skyline of those mountains.
And what Chuck's talking about is there was they tried to debunk it early on. They superimposed the video of the daytime landscape at the same distance of that popular video that everybody sees when you first look up the Phoenix Lights. When they superimpose it, they see that the lights disappear as it looks like the lights are falling behind the mountain. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that they are definitely one thing or the other. It doesn't mean it's definitely a UFO or definitely...
it's definitely not flares, okay? I'm going to go on record right now saying that the way that those lights are behaving is not in the manner of... I've seen fucking flares. It's not...
And that's what I'm saying, because it doesn't... When they try to reproduce the flares, they look nothing like the original incident.
Right.
So either it was... If they were flares... They did not behave anything like the flares they did. And I have to look it up, but I think they did this test multiple times after, and no time after did it. None of the times after the main event did it look like
when they actually shot off flares and tried to recreate it. It looks like flares.
Looks like shit. Yeah.
It's
you
flares.
saw them moving down.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way you can't shoot off that many flares and have them all be that uniform.
Exactly.
And cohesive with each other. But again, like you were saying earlier, what you read about Fife Symington, about later on, going...
He became a believer.
And saying that he saw this. And what I alluded to earlier at the beginning of the episode here about a famous person who happened to be a witness, as I was, to these events. There was a pilot flying a private plane from, I believe, Los Angeles to Arizona.
Sky Harbor to drop his son off. To see his girlfriend.
Right. And
that's a great dad right there.
Right.
I'll drop you off, son. I don't know why he's Southern, because he's not.
So his son notices these lights and points them out, and his dad is like, okay, yeah, that's a weird thing. So I'm going to call it in. He calls it in, and he's saying, what's with these lights in the sky right now? I can see this going on right now. And Sky Harbor Airport air traffic control is like, there are no scheduled flights in the area. There's nothing on our radar that we can tell you about right now that's going on. There's nothing out there. And he's like, okay, well, I'm seeing these lights right now. Okay, so he flies, he lands, he drops his son off, he takes off and goes back home.
Yes.
Years later, his wife is watching some program, just like I was talking about. Like years later, me and my wife are talking about it, and I pull up these videos and I see this information about the Phoenix Lights, and I'm like, holy shit, that is something I witnessed. Same experience for him. He's like, oh my God, because the video he's watching is talking about a private plane pilot, a citizen pilot, calling in the incident as a witness, and he's like, that was me, and this individual happens to be Ego,
the Living Planet.
Kurt
fucking Russell.
Kurt Russell, Snake. fucking
Escape from UFOs.
Yeah, exactly. Is goddamn Kurt Russell. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you believe it or not, if you want to, to take it on face value, all we could say is that's what he says.
Kurt Russell saw it.
He's got it in his logbooks on his plane, flight schedule.
Sure as shit, March 13th,
That's it.
1997.
And,
Light anomalies in the sky. Now, I don't know how they actually report it, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming something along the lines.
right. So
now we
if
have
you
a
don't-
celebrity
If you
to
don't
say.
believe me, God damn it, believe Kurt Russell.
Believe ego.
Man is a mensch. He's never lied to me,
He sold used cars
right? He escaped from LA and New York.
and had some little big trouble in
And
Little China.
for some goddamn reason, I had this weird Mandela effect situation.
Oh, shit.
Where I, for the longest time,
Swore
thought
that it was-
No, I swore that he was in a movie called Escape from Planet Earth.
Dude, that sounds familiar. That does kind of sound familiar to me.
People, listeners, tell us in the Twitter sphere.
Does it exist?
Does that exist, or am I crazy? Is that a Mandela effect on us? Did Kurt Russell have a third movie in the Escape From series about him escaping from Earth?
Are we going to go there with Mandela effect?
I think we might.
I think we
discuss
should.
it. Yeah.
It's worth a peeking at because I mean I do believe in the possibility that everybody's just remembering it wrong, but there's some are really compelling.
Yeah, I mean, there's some compelling information. There's some good, a good thing little nuggets to bite
Yeah.
into and look into. But when it starts going off on these things where like parallel universes and shit like that, it's like, why is only half of the planet affected in this parallel situation?
Right. It's a
Why wouldn't it be
merger
the
of
entire-
timelines.
Yeah, like,
Marvel comic books did that, and I was a big fan of Marvel comics for years.
I'm a Marvel guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
more so than DC.
I kind of jumped ship on their books.
yeah.
Not so much jump ship, but I just gave up reading them all together. But I mean, I was thinking about getting back into comic books, but going for like an indie brand or something. I loved Marvel for years since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I loved Marvel for years. Then they went into the whole Secret Wars thing again.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we're gonna merge the timelines and just keep the shit. Again, I'm making them southern. We're gonna merge the timelines and just make it.
You gotta make them like
the
a
shit.
posh British person. We're going to merge the
A
timelines.
faux English accent from like the New England states now. But no, they're like they ended up keeping just like the shit that they wanted to keep as continuity. Basically, it was just fucking. To me, it was half-assed done. I was like, fuck this.
I mean, I was more
Marvel
pissed off when Captain America was Hydra.
Yeah, that was fucking. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah,
I mean,
fuck
I've been
you.
staying on top of what storylines I've been talking about, and I'm like, shaking my
Yeah.
head. And when they revert to simpler times, just go back to the Marvel I love, then maybe I'll go back. I mean, I'm not afraid of change. I'm a very progressive person, but they went into some batshit crazy territory. And then they're rehashing everything, making sequels of all the popular storylines, and then fucking them up. And I'm like, oh, I'm not a fan. The movies, I fucking love the movies.
Movies are great.
Movies are awesome.
Thor Ragnarok. It Ragnarok.
It ragged my
world.
rock. Oh man, you knew we were both going for it.
We tried.
Yeah, we tried. I wouldn't say we failed, but
No. I think we succeeded in our own little way.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this thing comes, it goes. I mean, we could just sum it up.
Can we?
Oh, so there's other appearances of this thing. That's
Yeah,
what
it
they're
happened
saying.
like years
'Cause
later.
I've seen. Okay, you know what? This is funny. It says there was a reappearance in 2007.
Right.
A reappearance in 2008. Mm-hmm. And the time that I had seen my V was around there.
Yeah.
Them's was the days I saw a V.
I think I was too young the first time I saw my first V,
Oh.
and it heavily influenced my sexual preferences in the rest of my life.
Did it look like a W?
No, that would be weird. Loose meat flaps on your V, make it look like a W.
So there's the thing called the people that are into UFOs.
You got a beautiful chubby cunt.
How'd you know?
I could see it.
Camel toe.
Put that thing away. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
That's what happens to a bearded pepper.
Oh my god.
Once it becomes overly wrapped, it falls off, turns into a big chubby goont.
Oh no.
It's terrible.
All right. Well, I think are we?
Well, one more thing. It's like back to the TR3B. This maybe
sounds like a really nice microphone.
It's Johnny Five's brother from Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Johnny Five alive. So
It's Chappie.
This Chappie. I love that movie.
Yeah.
You know what? I would have to watch them both back to back.
Yeah.
Not the shitty sequel, Short Circuit,
No.
but the first one and watch Chappie. But I think Chappie almost beats it in certain ways.
Yeah.
It's a little cheaper made, but better effects because it's newer.
Yeah.
But something about the story was just better.
I mean, I like the director
Look, we're movie
guy, the guy
reviewers
who
now.
did the District 9. I can't think of his name.
Oh,
right
I have
now.
District 9 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to do. I mean, it's an alien movie. We should do a fucking.
Excuse me, guys, fellows. That was that beer coming back up. Made me burp. I'm sorry.
Of course. It's the Coors, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're almost done here. But yeah, okay. So that shit.
Dog, don't bump my mic stand, or I will fart in your face.
I'll shoot out a cooter footer. Cooter fart.
Yeah, you motherfucking cooter poot.
Cooter boot. I'll shoot at a cooter boot. But the TR3B, a lot of people were saying it was made. Some people were saying it wasn't made. It's fictitious, or they were trying to make it and they never finished making it. But that's the name, the name of the one that they supposedly made at Area 51.
Yeah.
Supposedly. I mean, you can look it up. You guys can get more info on it.
If you, again, any information that you guys have that will help us understand these
story.
things more, even if it's to debunk what we're talking about, or to provide us with information that
Challenge.
Yeah, just
challenge us.
Yeah, just give us information. I mean, if you always tweeted us at what's the name of our podcast again?
Oh, the
Learning to Curse
Cursings.
was the Learning to Curse at Learning to Curse on Twitter, and
It's getting
Learning to
later in
Curse
the night.
on Facebook, the Faceballs.
Faceballs.
Yeah,
FaceTime me at Faceballs.
delicious Faceballs.
With spaghettis.
And the Instagrams. If you could take pictures of your penis and post it on Facebook balls.
Or your chubby pooter.
You chubby cooter.
Why? We're gonna get some weird pictures out
No,
there. But no, if you have any-
don't. We don't want any pictures of your penis.
Yeah.
Just your testicles.
unless you were being abducted, then you can show us your
If you can,
your bearded pepper.
yeah. What you can do is you can if you're really good at Photoshop, make it look like your testicles are a UFO flying around in the Arizona sky. Let us see that shit.
Tits work too.
Tits work. A weird. Your flying V.
Anus. This is the cave. This is the back cave.
god.
But yeah, no.
The black hole.
But
Black hole sun.
won't you come? So, but no, realistically, I mean, not realistically. We're being damn realistic. We're a pair of realists.
We're fucking cereal all the time.
Serial killer. I killed the Lucky Charms and the
Fruity
Apple
Pebbles?
Jacks and the Cocoa Puffs.
Not the Cocoa Puffs.
Maybe next week. Maybe Kicks.
Oh, get my kicks out of killing kicks.
Oh yeah, killing the Kicks. So no, but honestly,
Silly jackass. Tricks are for killing.
along with the Wheaties.
We're so stupid.
Wheaties sound like a racial term. I don't know why.
Why?
Wheaties. You damn Wheaties.
What is it a racial slur against?
We should just have it against everybody.
You goddamn
Wheaties.
Get off my lawn.
Fucking Wheaties, get out of here. You like Wheaties and you dog Wheaties?
I was taking a walk the other day and I got attacked by these fucking Wheaties.
The light colored Wheaties.
I don't know why I was Jewish right there, but
Was it the light colored Wheaties or the dark colored Wheaties?
it was the.
Was it the gay Wheaties or the straight Wheaties? Was it the fat Wheaties or the skinny Wheaties? Was it what are the other things?
The tall Wheaties or the short Wheaties?
The tall Wheaties or the short Wheaties? Was it the bearded pepper Wheaties?
It was the bearded pepper
Or
Wheaties.
the healthy wiener.
God damn it. They attacked me and they stole my dog.
We love everybody the same.
No, not quite.
On a barbecue.
No, because pedophiles exist. And I don't love them at all.
I don't either.
Yeah, they can all, fall into a pit and burn.
Yeah.
Anywho.
The eternal pit.
We
That doesn't
digress.
exist.
We digest.
But yeah, so share with us your thoughts
Yes.
on us, on the aliens. I'm kidding. Share with us your thoughts on us, the Phoenix Lights.
Uranus.
Were you there? Where were you?
My anus. His anus.
Hashtag where were you? This might be a long hashtag.
Yeah,
where were you March 13th, 1997? Not hashtagging. Hashtagging was a pound back then.
Right?
Pound it out.
I could take a pound.
Yeah. Or two. I'm gonna crawl in bed and pound my wife.
Okay, so actually, no. Let's do it this way instead of that. Let's have it tic-tac-toe. Where were you, Phoenix Lights?
Yes.
Work.
Pound sign.
Where were you,
Pound
Phoenix
it out.
Lights?
Yeah. Where were you, Phoenix Lights?
Hashtag where were you, Phoenix Lights?
Yeah.
And then you can let us know in the Twitter bot, the Twitter
Twat.
Twitter pater,
Twitter twat.
the Twitter twat, on the Twitter
The
bitch.
twiddles. We're old.
Yeah.
We don't twit.
We don't. I don't. We do.
We do. I mean,
Not much.
I shouldn't say that because nobody's gonna show up. Well, they don't twit, so why should I tweet?
We got a twit and we can tweet from it.
Tick for tat and tweet for twit.
Yes. So yeah, let us know. Tweet at Learning to Curse on the Twitter balls and let us know.
Where were you?
Hashtag where were you, Phoenix Lights?
Yeah. Talk to us about it. Talk to us about us. Talk
Yeah.
to us about flying vaginas. And
Do us a favor. Tell us anything that you can think of from these last
What kind of
couple of
favor?
episodes.
oh, this is the dirty pictures coming again. Again, Twitter.
Oh my god.
Or Instagram.
No. You
Our
don't
personal
need
email.
Don't need to Photoshop your scrotum into anything. But let us know anything from these last couple of episodes. Anything that you can think should be a continuous, ongoing gag. That we can keep up.
Along with topics.
So far, we've got Bearded Pepper, which is fucking stupid, but it's hilarious at the same time.
Cut nipples.
Yeah. Tits upon tits upon tits upon tits.
Tits upon tits upon tits upon tits. Echo.
Pupper dog.
There'll be more.
Anything else, Adam? Do you have anything else to add about this Phoenix Light situation?
What would you guys like us to talk about? Because we have tons of things that we're going to talk about regardless.
Yes.
If you don't like it, I mean, we understand, but we don't give a shit.
This is what I have to say about this. If you don't like it, I mean, from the deepest pit of my heart, fuck off.
Fuck her off. I was going to say fuck her off. So yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, it's unanimous.
If you don't like it, you know what this is. This is a free podcast that you do not have to listen to. If you don't like it, fuck off. I don't care. You know what else? Your friend sitting next to you. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. The guy right there.
I actually looked.
That guy
He's
right
pointing.
there. He likes the podcast. You don't like the podcast. You don't have to listen to it.
You might just like pooter juice.
The girl next to you over there on the end there, she likes it too.
And
So you're like sandwiched in between two fans, and you're the odd man out. So fuck off.
maybe they're just like a garnish. They're like fucking kale.
No, come back. We
love you.
We'll make you happy. Adam will give you a blowjob. No, he won't.
No.
I might. No, I won't. I'm married.
No, I'm married too. My wife. I'm all married to, and it's like who? To who? To whom it may concern.
I'm married to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing podcasts for the rest of my life.
So that was the end of
That was interesting.
the Phoenix Lights episode, guys. I'm glad you guys came on this journey with us. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Adam?
I believe we'll probably do a follow-up in the future because I mean we have a lot of people
That's
that
true.
would want to chime in on this.
I actually think what we're gonna do is we're gonna
scratch
have
the surface, like my nuts.
Don't.
None of
So
not on the podcast. No nut mustard.
Not mustard. Why is it yellow?
It's off-white.
Oh, good God. So what we're planning on doing, we're gonna have a couple of we're gonna have a phone interview or two with some interesting guests,
And we'll have people in studio.
We'll have some in studio guests as well, like Eeyore here, He's not very talkative, but he rattles a lot. He flaps his big fat ears. But yeah, so this is the end of this particular discussion about the Phoenix Lights, and thank you for him coming along on this journey with us. And
again, you don't know if they're coming along.
Oh, I know.
We don't know if they're aliens, and we don't know if they're coming.
There's a few of them that are ejecting BBs from their bearded pepper right now.
Shit, I'm touching myself.
Oh, I'm touching you too.
Touching me. It's touching my heart.
No. I love you guys. So long. Thanks for listening.